Hi all, my name is Manny. I am a physical therapist and I love watching people do incredible stuff. And today we're going to talk about Steven Seagal's form. I think there's a lot of people that have been aware of his form and laughed quite at it, and I think it's funny. Nonetheless, I wanted to take a little bit of a serious route and analyze his running form, and then talk about some of the things that I would look at that might be causing this running form and what things I might do to change it. So first of all, let's talk about running form. When he runs, the obvious thing that you and I see is that he has this winding motion with his right hand, and I think one of the reasons why he's doing that is to cause him to propel himself forward. And so right away, if he came to see me and said, "Manny, what am I doing wrong? What can I do to fix this?" For me, the cause and the reason why he does that is obvious. It is so that he is able to cause himself to propel forward a bit faster, quote unquote. And so what I would do is pay attention to the mechanism that is supposed to help him propel himself forward that might not be functioning as optimally. So the three things that I will look at when with his running form is his really trunk rotation. Does he have limited left trunk rotation? And the reason why I will look at his trunk rotation is because if he's doing this, what that is telling me is that he is forcing his right shoulder to go through left trunk rotation instead of driving that motion with his left shoulder. So I will suspect and see if he has if he lacks left trunk rotation. That's why he's forcing himself to propel his right shoulder. The second thing that I will look at is his hip extension. Sometimes when you lack if your hip extension range of motion is limited or hip strength is limited, sometimes what we tend to do is that we try to compensate with the shoulder by throwing the shoulder forward to propel us forward instead of using our hip extensors to push off our pelvis to get us moving forward. So the next thing that I would suspect is to look at his hip extensors to see how that is functioning there. And then and then the third thing that I would check is also his ankle, his foot and ankle mechanics, primarily ankle dorsiflexion and then his midfoot mobility. Sometimes if you lack, again, similar to hip extension, if you lack ankle dorsiflexion range of motion, you can compensate that way. It's not common, but you can compensate that way as well to try to get yourself moving forward. And then your landing pattern in terms of how you land might also be different. But within this footage, it's not quite clear how he's landing, and it's not quite clear to me how he's controlling his knee, which can also be indicative to me if the problem is coming from his hip or ankle. So I'm not gonna go there too much, but those are the three main things that I would suspect with his form, and those are the things that I'll try to work to address to fix his form, if it's fixable. And again, this is if I don't find anything there, it can purely just be that this is how he runs. This is a form that he's picked up since childhood, and he's become used to. If that's the case, sometimes it's not worth changing forms, and other times it is. And I think it's a heavy decision to make as a physical therapist, but that can be another discussion. Anyways, that will be all. That's all I see. Thank you for watching this video. If you're interested in this sort of stuff, feel free to come back every Tuesday or every other Tuesday. I will definitely post something new to break down. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in a couple of days, actually.